the answer is no, you can sit down. So how many of you use the internet to do work? Yes, Dan, no. All right. How many of you use a smartphone to do your job?
Oh, I don't really.
How many of you have ever worked in a coffee shop or from home? And how many of you have ever co-worked before or are currently co-working? Yay! Co-workers, raise your hand. So I'm going to explain to you what co-working is and how it came to be in my interpretation of why it exists. So what is co-working? Is it the best thing in the world? Is it a community of freelancers who come together? Is it a reprieve from coffee shops, or is it your office away from home? It's all of them, and it's my favorite thing to do in the entire world. So what you see there is a picture of people co-working. So independents and freelancers converge on a place with their laptops, and they work on their projects, but they collaborate together, and awesome synergies happen. So is co-working new? No, it is not. Since the dawn of time, or at least since photography happened, people have got together to do work and socialize with barn raisings and quilting because work is always better together. Then we had an industrial revolution, so we took massive amounts of people and we put them in the same place at the same time. However, with Ford and his assembly line, you lost all of the interaction because you were just standing next to two people and telling them to hurry up. So then, abridged history here, technology enters and work became much more knowledge-based on the computer. And this guy named Robert Probst invented the cubicle. And this is... So I have to give props to Probst because his original idea of the cubicle is actually totally distorted, and it really was supposed to be awesome, but it got turned into something like the government where I used to work. So how important are you to your employer? Started to scream for flexibility, they migrated from the cubicle to home. And home is not the Zen pajama party that we thought it was. So you've got kids and your dog staring at you super creepy like mine does. And laundry and all the other chores. So then we had the great migration to the Wi-Fi cafe. And everybody thought that the coffee shop would be the great solution to get out of the house and beat isolation and boredom. However, when you go to a coffee shop, you're still working alone. You're at your table by yourself with your head down and your laptop. And you smell like a mocha when you leave. So you're still alone. Working alone sucks. That's pretty much the mantra of the co-working community. So the internet cafe really didn't solve any problems other than to get us addicted to coffee. So co-working solves isolation and boredom. Nick Armstrong, can you please stand up? Like Nick, and I found it by accident. So co-working is a global community. This is the interactive map of all the co-working locations that are currently in the world. And we're all connected via the internet on a wiki, a blog, and a Google group. And we all stay connected with each other. And inspirational story of our global community is that at 10:15 on one day, Alex Hillman of Indy Hall in Philadelphia said, "We need to buy coworking.com. Can you guys give us some money?" And in 45 minutes, we had $9,000. Coworking.com only costs $6,800. So reasons why you might want to co-work, it's not for everybody, but if you meet any of this 6 criteria, you might get some joy out of co-working with other people. And sharing resources is rad, and awesome synergy happens. So if you want to learn more about what co-working is and get involved in the global community, our new domain that we just bought is www.coworking.com. And get involved in the Google group and the wiki and the blog. You'll find more information and more awesome people than you could ever hope for. So I'm Angel, and you can find me at any of these places online.